Watch this.
Boss. Sorry, sir, sorry.
That is a video between a certain pastor in Nigeria and a car spotter. Then also watch this video.
The enticement of the enemy is always the love of money, at the root of all evil. What we have had to witness was clickbaiters, just looking for more money. I probably wasn't even their target. Their target was to make more money. And I was falsely accused of bearing a firearm, pointing a firearm at an aggressive content creator who came within personal distance. The only thing separating me and him was about maybe 3/4 of a meter and glass. I do not have a pistol license for a firearm. I do not carry a firearm, and I pointed no firearm at anybody.
Now, the first video and the second video were as a result of what happened some days ago between a certain pastor and a car spotter. Now, prior to that video, this certain car spotter has been making videos of various cars along the roundabout in Ikoyi. When you're coming down from the Lekki Ikoyi bridge, the roundabout, if you're going to Banana Island, if you're coming from that Bodyland side going to Banana Island, he has been making videos of exotic cars. Now, firstly, I want to talk about what a car spotter is. A car spotter. Let me talk about what a car spotter is. According to Google, a car spotter is a person who is typically strong interested in amateur capacity in car spotting, which is observing or photographing interesting, vintage, rare, modified sports and exotic supercars. This person makes videos or take photos of exotic cars. In fact, there is a guy called Femi on Instagram. He makes, I think he's in the UK. He makes videos of exotic cars. Concerning the video he made in church the Sunday morning, talking about the issue between him and the car spotter, I can tell you for a fact that what he did there was just total gaslighting. Total gaslighting. What the pastor did there was total gaslighting. I'm going to tell you something. Now let's go. He said the issue between him and an aggressive content creator. An aggressive content creator. Now I want you to go back and watch that video again and check if that guy was aggressive. I know Lagos is tough. There are already people in traffic and stuff like that. But check that video again. That guy has been making. You can't tell me this pastor is a big pastor. He has traveled the world, so you can't tell me he hasn't heard the word car spotter before, or he hasn't come across that video, or come across a car spotter's video on social media before. I can tell you for a fact that it's gaslighting, because he said the guy is an aggressive content creator. Now let's check the meaning of the word aggressive. So according to the Oxford Dictionary, the meaning of the word aggressive is ready or likely to attack or confront, characterized by or resulting from aggression. I repeat again, ready or likely to attack or confront, characterized by or resulting from aggression. Now check that video. You can hear when the guy was even saying, so the guy held his camera and was like, he was saying, boss.
Sorry, sir, sorry.
Just like he has been hailing people that have been driving supercars and they give him money. You see, that's what he does, like, for a living. He spots exotic cars, rare vintage cars along that Ikoyi axis. Also shot when he branded a GUN. A GUN is a GUN. It can be laser, it can be liter GUN. Now let's check the meaning of. Now one thing I also want to address is this. For you to know that he gaslighted the public and the members that were clapping. Why didn't he address what he was holding? People are asking, address what you held in that video. What you were holding in that video, address it. If it's a pepper spray GUN, if it's a laser GUN, it's a liter or GUN, because now he say they firstly accused him of holding a firearm. the first day accused him of holding a firearm. Now, you said it is not a firearm, right? You said it's not a gun, right? Now, what were you holding in that video? You didn't address it. You did not address it. Gaslighting one. Now, let's check the difference between a lethal gun and a laser gun. According to Google, a normal gun or a traditional firearm uses a projectile that's like a bullet to inflict damage, while a laser gun, on the other hand, uses a forced beam of light to generate its effect, which can range from non-lethal to lethal. You feel me? So, address us. Let us know if it was a lethal firearm or a laser firearm that you were holding in that video. But he pointed it. It's very good. The guy did not see it, yeah, but he, from the camera angle, you could see that he pointed. It was low. He pointed the gun towards the guy. Now, I want to ask a question. What if that car spotter was a white guy? Would he have pointed that gun towards the car spotter? Or, let's even leave that one. If he was in a foreign country, as a Nigerian that he is, if he was in a foreign country and he saw a car spotter that is a white guy or a white lady trying to make a video, and he said, "Hi, can I make a video?" and stuff, would he have pointed that gun towards the car spotter? No. Let's be honest, let's just be truthful to ourselves. At the end of the day, salvation is really, really personal. If you really want to look into it, at the end of the day, salvation is personal. I have a problem with the people clapping while he was addressing. He didn't directly address the issue. He didn't. Prior to this video, I think a year or 2 years ago, he had this road rage issue with a downfall driver, a bus driver. Yes, he had the same issue. So sometimes I just look at it, I'm like, as a symbol of the Christian religion to a certain faction, people look up to you. And there's some characters I know you're a human or you're prone to error, yeah, but there are some characters you shouldn't display publicly. Let's be honest. My annoyance now, my own grievance now is we failed to address the issue directly. Let us know, because we are going to be dragged for it. Either ways, you're going to be dragged for it. So let us know if it was a laser gun or a lethal gun that he was holding in that video. Well, anyways, I'm going to end it with this. Salvation is personal. If you are looking up to one particular, it's good to have a mentor, don't get me wrong, but if you're looking up to one particular person for your Christian race, then I don't know. So salvation is really, really personal. You have to take your spiritual life very serious, to be honest. Until next time, I remember your one and only Big Jedi. Bye for now.